So that's why a lot of streamers go, oh, I'm muted. I was muted. Wow. Okay, I didn't realize. Yeah, so it is really hard to make sure your audio is on. But hey, it's on now. So, hello. Um, no one's here at the moment, but that's fine. We're just gonna kind of work with this. This is more so a test stream than anything else. I have streamed on YouTube, but I have not streamed on. Okay, I think. Okay, it looks like everything is running smoothly. Okay, and let's go to the. There we go. Okay, so today we are streaming The Kid in the Back, at the back. So yeah, I saw this game like floating around a little bit. I think only two people have like played it so far, but I wanted to try playing it for myself, and I figured I might as well, stream it. Just see how it is. I was really captured by the art style. I don't know, it's very sketchy, yet it's very, like, it's sketchy, but in a way that adds to the atmosphere of what the game seems to be going for. So I actually look forward to playing this. I want to see how this creator decided to go about the visual designs for everything, because it looks like it has a very distinct like personality and like charm. So I wanted to like look at that just as a fellow artist. I wanted to see what exactly the creators here did. Because basically, what I like to do is I'm repeating myself. I just want to play this game so I can see how they decided to go about the art direction. So, yeah, let's just start. It was many, it was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of 𝖋𝖆𝖏𝖃. Day 1. The Beloved. Professor. And class dismissed. By our next meeting, I will need a full report of the chosen poem everyone has searched. Got it? The classroom was then filled with a series of low yes ma'ams and a few mums. Satisfied, our literature teacher packs up her things and went out of the classroom. Once she was out, the students went on their series of chitter and chatter. Others stood up, dragging their chair as they prepared to head out for a lunch break. A slight yawn escaped your lips. Your eyes gazed outside through the classroom's window. The sky is starting to dim, and the sky's rays blocked by dark clouds looming. You cursed under your breath. It's going to rain. Just my luck. I didn't bother to bring an umbrella, too. You sighed, in irritation as you stood up from your seat. Suddenly, a tap on your shoulder interrupted your line of thought. You turned your head towards the person asking for your attention. Your eyes met with cobalt blue ones. They stare straight into your own orbs. Your brow raises as if in slight irritation. She's clearly impatient. Impatient for what? Oh, she's pretty. Oh, I like how they put a dark outline in the back because at least from what I am observing, like the background is a bit detailed, so it might clash with the character design. So in order to make the character pop up from the background, they put a black shadow just so it's a lot easier to visually identify the character. I'm not I'm not sure if that's weird or nerdy. I don't know. I think that's cool from an artistic perspective. You're gonna you're gonna hear this a lot, so I'm sorry if it gets annoying at some point. Did you hear me? Do you want to come with us for lunch? I mean, I know you don't really eat lunch and spend most of your time somewhere else, but you sure you're not going to eat? Well, I mean, look at you. Your eye twitched from her words. You have no idea if that was out of concern for your well-being, if she's trying to bring you down. Either way, it stung you. You wrapped your arms around yourself, your insecurity rising up to your throat, trying to suffocate you. Is this Brittany? Then, just then, a new, familiar voice broke your inner turmoil. Oh, that's right. That's really insensitive of you. Imagine if someone else told you about how you look. 𝖋𝖆𝖏𝖃𝖆, the class representative, and one of our close friends, heck, probably one of your friends that you really admire, and maybe have a tiny crush on. Brittany only huffed and looked away from Crowley's spiteful gaze as he turned his attention to you. Crowley gives you a small smile while handing out something to you. You look down to see it was your ID. You dropped this, by the way. You grabbed your ID and looked down to see. Your name is... Okay. Tinny. Wait, Tinny. Your last name is... Shoot, maybe I should have done Tulip. Uh, um, we're just putting Tulip. Okay. The ID shows my name, Tinny Tulip, along with my pronouns. You looked at your ID one more time and double-checked if it was correct. Tuliptunia. Pronouns, they, them. Yes. This doesn't seem right. Maybe my eyes are itching. You look. You took your ID back from Crowley and gave him a small thank you. He gave you a closed smile, muttering, "No problem," as he went back to Brittany's side where the rest of his friends are. So, are you coming with us or not? Brittany said, clearly getting impatient by the second, her hand on her hip while waiting for your response. You then decided to go with them. Go to the library. Go to the rooftop. Okay, so I don't personally have experience with getting bullied. Like, I mean, I have been bullied before, but I was too oblivious to get bullied. Like, how do I explain this? Basically, people tried to tease me, and because I didn't understand that what was happening was bullying, they eventually got tired of it. To this day, I'm not sure if they were trying to bully me, but every case where someone was, I guess, trying to be mean, like, I never recognized what was happening. So at least to me, when Brittany approached, I didn't get any malicious intent from it. She's just, at least from my viewpoint, she's just being brutally honest. Like, it's not even like she was calling us names or anything. Like, I personally feel like she's being genuine. Like, I feel like we have to at least have evidence first before we judge. Hopefully we don't die, but go with them. Brittany hummed a sound of content before turning her heel and heading towards the classroom exit. In tow with her is four other people, one being Crowley. Crowley looks back at you and at the door, waiting for you. You caught up with them and meet eyes with Crowy again. Crowley? Is it Crowley or Crowy? There's something in his gaze that sends a shiver down your spine. You quickly avert your eyes once you got out with Crowley falling behind you and the group heading towards the school's cafeteria. The cafeteria was loud, students lining up to grab today's school lunch, while the rest went to a table with their packed lunches. So, Toonie, do you want to come with us to get the school's food for the day, or do you want to go grab a table with the others? Brittany said, her gaze fixed on you. Brittany, along with Crowley and a girl with an orange uniform, seemed to be grabbing school lunch. Meanwhile, two guys with them have their own packed lunch, about to head off to find a seat for the group. You decided that I am going to buy lunch because I feel like the people in that group I have a little more interest in. I shall buy. All right then. Dearly, Gio, go find us some seats while we line up. The jock you assumed, named Dearl, waved Brittany away and turned around with the other male named Gio to find a seat, his arms wrapped around his shoulder while Gio was clearly a bit annoyed at the gesture. Come on, Jess. Let's get in line. Yes, of course. You go first, Britt. Should I be doing voices? Should I? Okay, maybe I should just chill for the first time. Just since this is my first stream on this channel, I'll just chill for a moment. Maybe next time I'll do like voices. The girl, Brittany, called out. You guess, was Jess, followed behind her. Let's get in line before more people start piling up. We don't want to get bad stuff. We don't want to get the bad stuff of lunch. You shuddered at the thought, remembering the leftovers from the school cafeteria. You nodded and moved slowly to get in line with the rest of the students. In the line, Crowley turned his attention back to you. I'm glad you're able to hang around with us, Tinny, even if it's most of the time. I kind of regret coming. It's brutal. No problem. We don't even know any of these people yet. Let's not be rude. Not a problem, Crowley. I'm just saying it different every time. Maybe I just need a change of scenery, that's all. Crowley just chuckled before picking his food behind the counter and paying for it afterwards as you did the same. You weren't really that hungry and just bought a sandwich and a juice that you'd regularly buy whenever you find the time to spend your lunch break here. Brittany was already waiting for the rest of you, tray in hand. Once everyone got their food, Brittany turned her heel and walked towards where Daryl and Io were seated. Move your ass, Daryl. Ooh. Ooh. A loud gasp escaped Brittany's lips, her mouth open in shock with the food that was on her tray splatter across her white uniform. Brittany! Oops, sorry about that. You should have watched where you were going there. Who did that? Brittany's eyes met with the person responsible, a group of girls, definitely bullies, and judging from Brittany's face, filled with rage, they seemed to know each other. Britt, are you alright? We should get yourself clean. You. Fucking bitch. This is my only clean uniform. How dare you? Oh, look at Miss Claire, all flared up. Careful there, sweetie. You'll get wrinkles. It's not like you're all ugly already. And by ugly, this was getting ugly quite fast. Everyone's gazes were on the group of girls, some talking out their phones, either taking pictures or starting recording. Roy tried to come in between them to stop the fight, but he wasn't fast enough. Ooh. You go, Britt. Get him, get him! Next thing we knew, another loud gasp was heard. A wide smile on Brittany's face, food on the mean girl's white uniform as well. Jess's face filled with shock as food from her tray was gone. Take that, shit stain. Now. Wait, how dare you? Food fight! Next thing everyone knows, the cafeteria is filled with rowdy teenagers and food flying across the area. And those trays? Ooh. A sudden wave of pain was felt on your head, your whole face. The last thing you saw was Crowley calling out your name before passing out. Ugh, where am I? Oh, you're awake. Thank goodness. Crowley? You tried to sit up, but the sudden pain just went through your head and stopped you. Crowley gently pushed you back down on what seemed to be a bed before taking a seat beside it. Oh, what? I don't want to be stuck with Crowley. I want to be with Brittany in the food fight. Man, I don't want to be in the nurse's office. That's lame. We got taken out by one tray. One tray, one hit down. So far, Brittany is my favorite, by the way. Crowley gently pushed you back down on what seemed to be a bed before taking a seat beside it. The nurse already bandaged your head. Don't push yourself. What happened? We got one hit KO'd. That's what happened. Well, after Daryl started the mess of a food fight, the principal was called in to stop it. Daryl got lucky enough to escape when he did. Gio was nowhere to be seen. As for Brittany, no! Brittany! What about her? Well, Jess helped her out to grab a new uniform from the principal's office. Then why does my head hurt so much? Someone somehow threw a tray, and you were unfortunate enough to get hit by it. Thankfully, I got you out of there before it got ugly. Thanks, Cry. I owe you one. Thanks, dude. That is nice. Don't mention it. Anyway, it's quarter near 1 in the afternoon. You should probably head out I should probably head out to my next class. You should stay here until the nurse gets back. You'll be all right alone here, right? No. Yes, yes, we will. It was one hit. we're, we're fine. And I say this as someone who has slammed her head on a chair and was bleeding. We're fine. We're fine. Like, how hard can someone throw a metal? Like, were the trays even metal? Okay, maybe I shouldn't be toning down our pain. I don't know what our physique is in this current toonie, so maybe I shouldn't be so critical. Yes, you can go ahead. You sure? Yes, I'll be fine, Crowley. You've done enough for me today. You gave him a small smile, but he did not return it. Crowley then squeezed your hand, quite hesitant of letting you go before letting go. I'm sorry, dude, but like, Brittany's where it's at. I mean, he's chill, he's a cool dude, but I don't know. You miss it as soon as he lets go. He stood up from his seat, but not before giving you a smile, and left the infirmary. You groaned and lied back down on your bed, feeling the bandage on your head. At least the pain is slowly dying a bit. Hope it didn't leave a mark on my head. Well, if you got knocked out by it, probably. I have a scar from when I slammed my head into a chair. It's still there. It's been how many years? Like 5 years? Scar's still there. Just then you heard the door open, the nurse's voice echoing through the room as the clicking of her heels got louder as she draws closer. The school nurse entered, and following her was a tall student dressed in black. Oh, I thought they were the the nurse, and I was about to be like, solid. Oh, oh, they're bleeding. He seemed to be holding onto his left hand, where you can clearly see a streak of red flowing. You should be thankful you didn't cut a vein. How, how were they able to get past with a pocket knife in the first place? Oh, people bringing weapons on school. The nurse sighed. Seems like she got her hands full with another student. The latter, however, didn't say anything, but lets out a small hiss when the nurse dabs antibacterial on his wound. You sat up slowly, careful not to hit your head on anything else, before sitting up and looked at the student and the nurse. Your eyes met with the reddish-orange ones as the nurse finishes up wrapping around his wound, a blotch of red slowly seeping out and staining the once white bandage. Your eyes met with... Oh wait, I already read that. His eyes still on you. Oh, okay. Ah, you're finally awake. 𝖋𝖆𝖓𝖙𝖆𝖘𝖎𝖆. The nurse finally noticed your presence. She took out some painkillers from one of the cabinets and gave some to you. Take these to lessen the pain. You both are free to get back to your class or stay here and recover. I'll go back. Thanks for patching me up, nurse, the boy said before heading out of the infirmary. The nurse just shook her head before returning her attention to you. You can take some extra pills, but not too much. You can come back here if you ever feel anything wrong 𝖋𝖆𝖓𝖙𝖆𝖘𝖎𝖆. Take care now. You thank the nurse before heading out of the infirmary and onto your next class. You just barely made it to your next class. Your professor already on his desk and was slowly bringing out their tools for the lesson of the day. You looked across the room, paintbrushes by the shelves, the week's featured artwork with a few blank canvases hidden in the shelf. You looked around the classroom before your eyes laid on familiar red ones. It's the guy from the clinic. How come I didn't notice his presence just now? Has he always been a part of the same art class as me? And judging from his face, the bandage around his left hand doesn't seem to be much of a problem to him. You shook your head and took your seat. I'll be assigning each one with a partner. To work, I don't know why I paused there. To work with for the upcoming weeks, you and your partner will be doing the 3 different artworks that need to be submitted by the deadline. Hope you all got a partner already by this time. Now, I want you all to go to your designated partners before I start explaining your task. Shit, you mumbled under your breath. This is what you get for not attending his class last time. You don't get to have a partner. You panicked as you looked around, trying to spot some loner or an unfortunate soul like you who wasn't able to attend last time. But from the looks of it, it seemed like everyone is already partnered up. Just great. You were forced out of your seat since your seatmate's partner will be occupying it for class. Unlike the rest of the class, scurrying around to meet their partner, there was one who wasn't moving from his seat. You went to where he was. I can read, I swear. It's just nighttime right now. You went where he was situated at, seeming to be reading a book. You let out a small cough to catch his attention. He closed his book and looked up at you. Seems like you're a bit lost there. Do you have a partner? No. Well, just your luck then, me neither. So, do you want to be partners? Sure, why not? He took the vacant seat right beside him. His book now tucked away on his desk is now a pen and a piece of paper, seemingly ready to take notes. Hey, I never got to know your name. It's not quite important. Well, I should at least know what to call you instead of green streaked hair guy. He raised a brow at your silly nickname you gave him before slightly shaking his head. Sullivan Brugsman. Brugsaman. Saul, they shortened it for us. But you can call me Saul. Saul. Saul means sun or brightness, right? Name contradicts with your whole glam. Not gonna lie. Saul means sun or brightness, right? Saul nodded. I guess you can say that. I like it. It's you and me. Thanks. Well, I'm Toonie Tulip. Nice to finally know your name, Saul. Saul nodded with a small smile before returning his attention back to the professor. For this term, I want you and your partner to pass 3 art pieces. The first one would be a portrait of your partner, strictly on paper with charcoal as a medium. No, not charcoal. Charcoal gets everywhere. If you guys don't know, I have a background in art. So I've taken quite a few art classes. All of them required charcoal. And if you haven't worked with charcoal before, it just crumbles at any chance it gets. If you put it in your bag, it will coat your bag with a layer of like thin charcoal that's impossible to get out. It's horrible. It's horrible. Trying to erase it is impossible unless you have a knead eraser, and even if you have a knead eraser, the knead eraser gets dirty. And charcoal's a nightmare. Charcoal's a nightmare. It's especially a nightmare to transport. So Flashbacks. You groaned. Boomer art teachers. Your professor then proceeds to give the other two tasks before leaving you and the rest of the class to do your task for the day. Everyone started talking with their partners, some taking out their needed materials as the other one poses. You turn to Saul as he takes out his own charcoal pencil and a sketch pad for the class. I gotta tell you right now, Saul, I'm not that good at art. Pretty good at art. I I can do art. I actually did the art for my model. I also rigged it. I also did the little controller in my hands. I made the little guy next to me, this little tulip guy. He's actually the chat mascot, so technically this little guy is you. And I also did the background. If you look really close at the overlay, you can see little tulips in there. I did that. I did a majority of the art for my streams. I think the only things I didn't do were the tulips in the beginning screen and the stinger transition, because I tried animating. Animating's a pain. It's real pain. But anyway, I know how to do art, so but what if it's seen as bragging? I'm not that good at art, but that's a lie. Like, wait, but is it a lie according to this character? I'm thinking too much on it. Oh, then surprise me. Sorry, I can't draw you back because this damn injury. No, don't worry about it. You're excused. I don't want you to stress your hand over this. You took out your sketch pad and your pencil and worked with his portrait with determination, his eyes never leaving your face. You would often look up to see his features, taking note of every curve, a blush occasionally invading his cheeks as he tries his best not to look away while you worked. While you were sketching up, you couldn't help but avert your eyes on his bandage hand from time to time. Seems like you're quite curious to know what happened to this, huh? And you weren't slick with it either. He froze when he caught you red-handed, just like the red seeping out of his hand. Pun! You stopped drawing. Sorry, that was rude of me. It's fine. This is just the usual for me. I've gotten worse injuries than this. You raised a brow at that. Not the worst? If you don't mind me asking, what happened? He paused, averted his eyes, but opened up to speak. Nothing much, just minding my own business and got assaulted. I had to defend myself. He talked as if it's another normal Monday for him, your eyes furrowed. He noticed and just chuckled. No need to worry about me. All that matters is that I'm still here. He didn't say anything, however, continuing on with the drawing, your movements slow and now refusing to look at his injured hand. I hope he reported who did this, because this means there's just someone around school with a knife stabbing people and just jumping anyone. So hope he reported it. This school is way more fucked up than I thought it would be. Let's see. The bell rang, and sadly you weren't done with this portrait yet. Can I see it? Wait. I mean, I'm not finished yet. I'll show it to you once I'm done with it. Plus, you still need to draw. You can draw me once your injury gets better. You close your sketch pad and fix your things. Shaw shrugged and agreed as he fixed his own. The rest of the class went out of the classroom along with you and Soul as you continued on in the hallway. Do you have a phone? We should exchange numbers and update each other so we can do the next two more tasks. Sol then takes out his own phone and asks you for your number. You recite it out as he inputs it in his phone. Let me try to send you a message. You nodded and took your phone screen to see a new notification from an unknown number. This must be from Sol. Edgar Allan Poe. Sup? The phone's really cute though. You type so different from how you look. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. He chuckled. He rolled his eyes. You're a good guy, Sol. How about we hang out again tomorrow? By your request, Sol's eyes widen in disbelief. He lets out a breath that he was somehow holding before sighing. Of course. I'll see you tomorrow then. You nodded and walked off, giving him a wave goodbye, him returning with his own small wave. Yeah, Sol's cool. But then again, I don't know, there's a lot of... I don't know. There's a weird feeling. Things might happen. As you walked through the hallway, your eyes caught on something on the nearby bulletin board. The poster was plastered on a large board. Of course, there's a school dance. There's always a school dance. The Hollows Ball. Let's see. The school large hall and court. Free entry, October 31st. Man, that's nice that the school doesn't charge for entry. Because I feel like all of the high school dances that I had to go to, I had to pay to get in. So props to this school for not trying to milk its students. Lord, is simply dummy text of the printing and typesetting industry. Well, oh, man. Okay, Hallows Ball. Come enjoy the festive spirit of Hallows Eve. Halloween party, huh? By the time you arrived at your small apartment, it was already past 5 p.m. You stretched out your arms and let out a small groan. You locked your doors and decided just to order takeout for dinner. You went to your living room and plopped down on the couch and took out your phone, scrolling through until a ping notified you of a new message. Daryl! Anyone want to go to the Halloween party this Friday? It's gonna be awesome. Aren't we all a bit too old for costume parties? Is it required? you, you two are no fun at all. I won't go if it's not a school requirement, much less a waste of my time. Is it? No, it isn't. Cat! But it'll be a great and fun experience for all of us. I mean, we should loosen up a bit, you know? I agree with Crowley. Count me in. Pass. I've got more important things to do than that party. Now, will you excuse me? I'll be doing my leftover tasks for tonight. Gio has gone offline. Sheesh, a stick in the mud as usual. How about you, Tinny? Me? You join it? It'll be fun. You're honestly surprised they somehow remembered you. Checking your calendar through your phone, you didn't seem to have any plans in the near future, or plans at all. You'd like to just spend your time in your apartment alone. Okay. So it seems like they're in college. At least from what I can glean. Which I appreciate. Because, wait. Yeah, college. I was sifting through the evidence in my mind. I mean, sure. That's great to hear. Probably seems happy about it. You giggled. This also reminds you of something. Or rather, someone. Opening another chat, you tapped in Sol's newly added contact and sent him a message by sending the image of the same poster Daryl sent. A Halloween party hosted by the school? Yeah, I'm not quite into parties. Oh, well, that's all right. Just asking, that's all. Wait, if you're coming, then I'm coming as well. Really? Really? Do you plan to dress up? I don't know. Do you? I mean, it's a costume party, so why not? I'll try to think of something then. You swear you can feel a smile behind those words. With a quick word of goodbye, you send your phone down and you hear your doorbell. That must be the food delivery. Why do I feel like something's about to happen? Afterward, you ate your dinner. Oh, never mind. Nothing happened. We're good. Afterwards, you ate your dinner and prepared yourself for bed. You thought of today and the events that occurred. And meeting Sol, of course. He's a really nice guy, and it's a wonder how I ever met him despite sharing a single class with him. Oh well. You entered your bedroom, letting out a big yawn as you stretched your body. You turned to your laundry, slowly piling up, and scratched your head. Low-key feel very called out, because my bed. I just did laundry today, and it is currently piled on my bed. So I will probably do laundry tomorrow. You and me both. But for now, you plopped yourself on the soft cushions of your bed, getting into a comfortable position and slowly dozing off as you closed your eyes, embracing sleep as the night goes. Oh, oh, uh, what? Wait. Oh, I probably should stop clicking. I'm not sure if this is appropriate for. Okay, I'll just. It seems like my luck is finally turning around for the better. Oh, oh, I knew it. I knew it. End of day one. Thank you for playing the demo. Day one. If you'd like to support me in my journey, give me a follow on Twitter. 𝖋𝖆𝖓𝖙𝖆𝖘𝖎𝖆. Nothing showed. I won't get banned from Twitch, right? But yeah, that was the demo. That was way shorter than I realized. If you want to support the creator, there's the name right there. Hope to see you soon. Bye. Oh, wow. That was that was short. Hmm. I'm wondering if we should start again so that we can see what happens on the other route, since that whole run was pretty short. Hmm. Album. Oh, no, we're not looking at that. But the art's nice. It seems like your typical yandere visual novel, at least from what I'm seeing so far. I personally like the aesthetic they're going for. I really love like the little eye blinks in the beginning. Overall, a lot of character. So personally, when the like full game comes out, I'm definitely gonna play it. And since I played the demo here, I'll probably play the full game also on Twitch. So it's something to look forward to. I'm just gonna try the other route, just just to see what happens. We already went through this one. I'll just be clicking through the first ones and then just showing the other route, because I'm curious what happens if we don't go with them. And the class dismissed by your next meeting. I need a full report. Okay. We need to file a report on poem. Yes, ma'am. Few ums. Literature teacher jumps out. Everybody's doing their thing. Yawn. Clouds. Curse under your breath. Rain. My luck. Irritation. Attention. Brittany. Okay. Brittany. You know, from the way like the dialogue is here, I feel like you can become friends with this group, or these friends can become your bullies. I don't know, like, because the way this is like written, like, let me history. Oh, I like the history little image. Okay. Patient. Your eyes met with cobalt blue ones. They stare straight into your own orbs, a brow raised as if slightly irritation. She's clearly impatient. Impatient for what? Did you hear me? Do you want to come with us for lunch? I mean, I know you don't really eat lunch and spend most of your time somewhere else, but sure, you sure you're not going to eat? I mean, look at you. Your eye twitched from her words. You have no idea if that's out of concern for your well-being or if she's trying to bring you down. Either way, it stung you. You wrap your arms around yourself, insecure, raising your throat, trying to suffocate you. Brittany, just then a new and familiar voice broke into your turmoil. Because the way this is written is as if she's like she's not bullying you. Like, I don't know, it's at least for me it reads to be kind of vague, so you don't know where she stands on it, which is probably obvious because we don't know Brittany. It's where we're being introduced to her. But I'm wondering if it's possible for them to not be your friends if we don't go to lunch with them. Of course I want to be friends with them. Brittany's cool. But really insensitive, Crowy, class representative, close friends, tiny crush, which I'm sorry, but like kind of missing out. Brittany huffed. Small smile. ID. Name is Toonie 2.0. Enter last name McJune. No, McFlurry. The ID shows your name. Toonie 2.0 McFlurry, along with pronouns. Made them. Yes, yes, is absolutely correct. He took your ID back from Crowley and gave him a small thank you. He gave you a closed smile and then walks on his way. Are you coming with us or not? Then you decided to go to the library, go to the rooftop. Hmm. What do you guys want to do? We want to go to the library. Okay, we'll go to the library. No, thank you. I think I'll head to the library today. Brittany just gives a low huff, not saying anything. She turned around with the four of her friends, and following her lead, one of them being Crowley, he, however, gave you one last look before heading out with the rest of the group. A sigh of relief escaped your lips as you gathered your thoughts on things. Next stop, the library. The hallway was rowdy and filled with a mix of sweaty and tired young adults, some on their way to their next class, while the rest went to the cafeteria's direction. And of course, there was some who was going in the same direction you were. The library door is beyond your reach, a smile etched on your face, already missing the smell of books. You opened the doors, and you were hit by the smell of coffee and books. You went to your usual spot in the library, and the one at the large window near the cafe section. The fancy thing about your university, so I was right, this is a college, is that their library is a library cafe, and students get coffee as early in the morning up until afternoon. It is a huge hit amongst the students, and you can't seem to blame them. Coffee fuels every college student's souls, especially getting work done. As you make your way towards your usual spot, however, you're halted when you see a person suddenly took your seat. Like, when you halted when a person suddenly took a seat in the spot. You groaned. Just great. What should I do about this? Find somewhere else to sit. Ask him to move away from your seat. Just take a seat beside him. I personally would find somewhere else to sit. I don't want to bother a stranger. You don't want to deal with strangers or anyone at all at this very moment. Even if you want to be at your spot at the very moment, you look around and decide to find a different seat. It doesn't look like we found a different seat. Sadly, the available ones you were able to see is the next one to the loud, gossiping students. You swear, out of all the places to be, they had to be in the library. You decide to grab a book and avert your attention to something else. You don't feel like doing your research paper. You went to the fiction section. Tall books come into your view. Your fingers brush along the spines of the books, some old, some new. Thud. A thud cased the shelf to wobble a bit, nearly knocking a few books down. You clicked your tongue and tried to peek through the bookshelf to see what's causing it. Red-haired bully. Well, look what we have here. It's 𝖋𝖆𝖓𝖙𝖆𝖘𝖎𝖆. What's wrong? Cat got your tongue? Great, another bullying situation. Wow, so many bullying situations. You sigh. I feel like no one does this in college. Like, I didn't go to like a college, but like I went to a community college. And I never really saw bullying. I don't know. I feel like I was a very bullyable person, but I don't know. I personally never saw it. In the future, if anyone's watching this, because this is eventually going to be a VOD, did you get, like, does anyone, like, get bullied in college? I feel like, I don't know, I've never seen it. Like, and I feel like college is so stressful. It's like, when does anyone have time to bully others? Like, but, yeah. Besides, sometimes people never grew out of their high school phase. The poor teen didn't say anything as they were pinned to the bookshelf, explaining with a few shakes. Then, the teen muttered something under his breath. What'd you say? Speak up, freak. Oh, hey, it's this dude again. Not quite. Like, so is this how he got stabbed, then? I said, fuck off. Why, you little thud. You wince as a red head landing, as the red head landing a blow on the boy before your eyes caught something glistening from the raven-haired bully's pocket. Pocket knife. Okay, yeah, this is how it happened. How the fuck did he get in with that? Let's see if you'll continue being a smartass once I cut your mouth. Please stop them. I mean, we learned that he's kind of weird, but like, I've got to stop them. You rushed out as quickly as you can across to where the bullies are. Stop! From the sound of your voice, the bullies halt their movements and turn to face where you are. You looked at the teen, clearly knocked out on the floor, a few books on his side. Your eyes met with the piercing reddish ones. His eyes narrowed as he turns at your sudden appearance. If you hurt him, I'll scream and alert everyone in the library. By your threat, the bullies clicked their tongue before roughly kicking the teen on the floor and leaving, the raven-haired one shoving your shoulder on their way. Rub the area where the bully shoved you before turning your attention back to the teen on the floor. He looks pretty beaten up, a purple bruise forming on his left cheek. He didn't have the bruise on our last route. Does that mean if... Wait, do these... the routes... Because I'm trying to, like, think about what the relevant of the routes are. I'll just play the third one and then maybe that will reveal it. You went towards him, kneeling down, offering your hand. He said nothing, however, looking at your outreached hand, hesitating for a while before gripping your wrist and helping him stand up. Now that he was standing at his full height, he was actually pretty tall, probably around 6 feet. His red eyes then going back and forth around the area, back to you, and on a random corner. Ah! We should probably get you to the nurse's office. I'm fine. You went to the nurse's office last time. What's wrong with going to the nurse's office now? No need. With that, he left as quickly as he can. Okay. No, did he? He didn't say thank you. He didn't say thank you. What? Okay. Well, you trailed off after him, seeing him pack up his things from what it seems to be your usual spot before exiting the library. Well, at least my usual spot is open now, but I wonder if they're actually feeling alright. You just barely made it to your next class, and the professor already at his desk slowly bringing the tools to listen today. Okay. Oh, okay. Skip. It's the guy from the library, now with a patch on his face. When his eyes met yours, they widened a bit before turning away, his focus down on the book in his hand, a slight hint of red on his pale cheeks. Okay, maybe... Okay. So maybe because we came in, the kick... Maybe he got kicked, and that's why he didn't get stabbed in the head. Why am I thinking out so much on this? This isn't even relevant. Maybe this is my chance to get to know him. I'll be assigning each one with a partner. It's meant by the deadline. Hope you guys got your partner. Do your task. Shit. We're a loner. We don't like talking to people, so we don't have a partner. Seems like everyone's partnered up. And we're panicking. You have a partner? No. Well, you're in luck. You're stuck with me, buddy. So you want to be partners? Sure, why not? We took the seat. Never got your name. Not important. Well, I should at least know your name. Sullivan? Salt? Your name contradicts with your whole glam, not gonna lie. Saul looked away, scratching his cheek. Guess so. Not really the jolly type. Hugo's more of that. Well, I'm Toonie 2.0, 𝖋𝖆𝖓𝖙. Nice to finally know your name, Saul. So Saul nodded with a small smile before turning his attention back to the professor. For this term, I want you and your partner to pass, 3 pieces in charcoal, and you get graded based on how dirty your bag is by the time you're done with these assignments. If it's clean, I know you didn't even take the charcoal out of the package. Everyone's hanging out. Okay, let's go with not that good at art. I'm still honing my skills in art. I hope that's alright with you. Everyone starts somewhere. As long as you appreciate the work of art, you'll do fine. How about you? Maybe you should do my portrait first. Well, if you insist. Oh, his hand. He can draw now. Saul said, relaxing on his seat, taking out his sketchpad and pencil. You sit back and relax and tuck a few loose strands behind, fixing your hair, as if you were about to take a picture. Saul notices this, and you swear you saw the, the edges of his lips twitch upward. The hand. The sound of the pencil against paper filled the classroom. You, on your seat, as Saul looks up at you and back at the paper from time to time. Wait a minute, he's right-handed. And his sprite, he got stabbed in his left hand. Maybe it was cross. No, it can't be on the other side. Yeah, his left hand was what was stabbed. He could have still drawn. Not that I would have made him still draw, but don't know why that information is relevant. But whenever he gazes at you, you swear his eyes was half-lidded as if he's in a dreamy state. Totally not creepy. But you didn't think too much on it. I think you should. I think you should. I think you should get out while you still can. Thank you. What was that? Phil stopped his strokes on the paper and finally locked eyes with you. His sketchpad covers his face as he speaks. Thank you, Toonie, for helping me back in the library. I'm glad you're alive, buddy. Or should we be glad? Whatever. Okay, it's not a problem. You are quite a pickle, and no one bothered to help you out. I don't know what I'll do if I didn't save you there. Well, you saved me the trouble today. After that, Zol said nothing, as he looks at you before continuing on. I swear a small hint of pink appears on his ears as he keeps hiding half of his face behind his sketchpad. Small conversations were made, then, where as he worked while you kept the air afloat. Sorry, I wasn't able to make it in time to not get you injured. He started, and Saul's eyes just widened as I must be tired. My eyes are not focusing. Saul's eyes just widened at you before shaking his head. Don't worry about it. This type of things are usual for me. Usual for you? He sighed, as if the thought alone was a huge task on his hands, while he continues on. I'd get in trouble either way, so what's the point? Saul then mumbled something under his breath, the grip on his pencil tightening in his grip before sighing and looking up at you. And that was enough to calm him down and continue with his sketch, leaving you dumbfounded. Before you knew it, class was over. Saul, however, was not done with his portrait of you, as his pencil still makes a few more final touches on his sketchpad. Just a few more touches. There. Can I see? Of course. And Saul hands his sketchbook to you, and you gasp. This looks good, the details. And he's not even done yet? Saul, this looks amazing. How the fuck did you do this? By your compliment, he just rubs the back of his neck and struggled a little bit, embarrassed at your compliment. I'd love to sketch once in a while. I'd often draw random people in parks when I go out. You couldn't help but admire him and his work. Can I keep this? I mean, after our professor grades it, of course. Saul places his hand under his chin, thinking about it. Not sure. I think I could do better than that one. But I really like this one. He just chuckled. Alright, you can have it. once I'm done, and the professor grades it. But in turn, I get to keep the portrait you'll make of me, alright? I think that's a fair deal. So agreed, and you cheered. You gave back his sketch pad and fixed up your things, so packed up as well, as you both headed out towards the hallway. Phone. I need your phone number. Make sure you do your stuff. Sending a message. It must be Soul. Sup. What? What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. He chuckled, and he rolled his eyes. Good guy. Hang out? Well, of course. See you tomorrow. Walked off. Oh, what's that on the board? A poster. Hallows Eve. Party? Party. You stretch out your arms, let a small groan, eat dinner, scrolling through pen notifications. Okay, so looks like we're still friends. Okay, so it looks like they're your friends no matter what. Which is nice, because I think they're pretty cool. Hey, there's gonna be a party. What? A party? I don't wanna go. It's not a requirement. I'm a stick in the mud, and I don't like fun. Pass. You guys suck. And I'm gonna do something else. We are, of course, going, because plot reasons. If there's a dance in any sort of story, you're bound to go. Rather someone. And then we invite. I'm not good at parties. Well, I was just asking. Wait, I've got a crush, and it might be kind of unhealthy, so I'm gonna go. Really? Really? Okay. Food! We eat the food, and then we go to bed. The day was nice, and we don't know about the weird stuff that is actually happening behind the scenes. We'll do laundry tomorrow, but for now, we go to bed. And I am going to rapid fire skip this. Oh, thank God. Wait, what if it changed? What if it changed? Okay. So we're actually going through the routes pretty quickly. I think there's probably also a couple routes that could go on in between each route, but I think I'm just gonna go through each of the first option routes for now, and then like actually, I'm not sure if I want to try to get multiple endings. I kind of, I think I'll just play through the route that's just impulsive for me when the full game does come out. But for now, I'm just gonna play through the beginning, just in case you guys want to plan your own. Skip. Your name is. I'm glad that they're letting me skip stuff. Okay, Toonie 3.0. Enter. Last name, Home Dog. Enter. They, them. You looked at your ID one more time. Toonie 3.0 Home Dog. Pronouns they, them. Yes. Okay, let's skip again. Let's go to the rooftop. A tick of irritation formed on your forehead before huffing out the anger. Actually, I was feeling somewhere else today, so no thanks. You and your group can go ahead. Brittany raised an eyebrow before shrugging her shoulders. Suit yourself then. She snapped her fingers before turning around and heading out with the rest of her friends. In all honesty, you have no idea where to go despite the school being very notorious. Wait, not notorious. It had a bunch of facilities, and you were thankful you got accepted here in the first place through your scholarship. But making friends in this forsaken school is on a whole new level. Homie, homie, you just got invited to go to lunch. Friends, you had a chance to make friends right there. He sighed and looked out through the classroom windows at the darkening sky. Maybe the smell and sound of incoming rain might help ease the burning feeling within you. With a goal in mind, he went to the rooftop. The rooftop is off limits, but they don't often bother to even lock it, much less barricade it. Once you got in, you took a seat on the pavement under a small shade, under a small shade as droplets of small. Oh, oh man, I'm really tired. Oh my gosh. Okay, after this route, I think I have to go to bed because my eyes are not working with me right now. The, the rooftop is off. The rooftop. The rooftop is off limits, but they don't often bother to even lock it up, much less barricade it. Once you got in, you took a seat on the pavement under a small shade as droplets of rain slowly descend down from the sky. Okay, I can read. Just then you heard footsteps to your right. A few mutters of words were heard. Curiosity nagged you. You went to the corner where the sound came from, and there stood what seemed to be a student with bluish-green hair. Hey, who is this? They were in a call, their steps in a cycle going back and forth as he talks to whoever he is talking to behind his flip phone. His other hand grips his hair, clearly irritated at whoever he's talking to. He flipped his flip phone closed and lets out a sigh. Suddenly, his body froze. The drastic change in his demeanor sent chills down your spine. I can see you, you know. Oh, oh, so much for show yourself. Well, come out, he sees us. You slowly inch forward, showing yourself to the strange student. The more you look at his face, the more he seems familiar, and judging from his facial expression, he was thinking the same thing. How much did you hear? I only heard you curse, nothing else. You answered with honesty. He raised his brow, trying to look at your face, see if you were telling the truth. He sighed and shook his head. Either way, it's rude to eavesdrop on someone's conversation. I told you, I just got here. You burrow your eyebrows, and he chuckled, acting as if it's just silly teasing. He seemed familiar. Let me remember. He closed his eyes, his hand on his chin, doing a thinking motion like the cartoon detectives on TV shows. Toonie 3.0 home dog from art class. Correct? Nod your head. The student smiled in glee. That's great. That means you're willing to help me with something. Wait, what? I'm Hugo, by the way. You see, I won't be able to make it to the next class, and I kind of promised my partner for the class that I'll be there. Hugo chuckled, a sweat drop forming on his cheek. You gave him a look. Seriously? But I'll make it up to you, I promise. I'm quite close to the student council, and happen to know a few connections. I might be able to refer you if you'd like. He says with a wink and a nudge, wanting you to take the offer. That does seem like a good offer. Can help lessen your expenses and have a higher discount on your scholarship, and judging from his looks, it doesn't seem like you have a choice. You sigh, you accept his offer. Hugo gave you a pat on the back, as if you guys have been long, old friends before escorting you out of the rooftop with him in tow. The school bell rings, indicating the start of the next class. Colleges don't ring. What school is this? You just barely made it to your next class. Your professor already on his desk and slowing. Okay, look across the room. How do I... Oh! Wait, so he was supposed to be Soul's partner. You groan and look at your seat by the window. Maybe you'll find out once your professor starts his class. I'll be assigning each person a partner. We'll go partner up. Shoot, I never talk to anyone. Find a partner. Luckily, you're not the only one. And here he is. Oh, oh, you didn't get stabbed. That's good. Seems like you're a bit lost there. Do you have a partner? No. Oh, we're stuck. Quiet. Okay. Soul. Oh, Soul. Okay. Soul nodded. I guess you can say that. I like it. Unique name. Thanks. Home dog. For this term, charcoal. I'm just gonna tell you right now, Soul, I'm pretty great at art. If you would give me the honors to draw you, go ahead. At least I could count on you. Was your friend any good at art as well? Friend? Oh yeah, I already had an assigned partner for this class, but he last minute ditched me for some important family business. He never tells me though. And I'm not the type to pry either. Does your friend go by the name Hugo, perhaps? Yeah, how did you know? I met him during lunch. He was at the rooftop. Typical of him. Sorry I got dragged. Sorry you got dragged into his mess of taking his place. You shook your head, telling him that you don't mind one bit, and then keeps talking as if he's scolding the green-haired lad back in the rooftop like a little brother. It was actually rather cute. You slowly took out your sketch pad and started drawing Soul's different expressions as he talks. Would you believe me if I told you that the guy is one of the top students in the entire class, yet is always missing in action? Really now? He doesn't seem to be that type of guy. Which part, being the top student or always missing in action? Soul's brow rises as he shrugged, as he kept on sketching his face. Brain, work with me. Soul, however, caught up to what you were doing and stood up from his seat, tried to take apart your sketch pad out of your hands. You were drawing me this entire time? No. Liar. I thought I was supposed to be the one drawing you, not the other way around. He sat back on his seat and crossed his arms, eyes narrowed while he bit his lower lip. Oh, come on, it's not that big of a deal, Soul. Plus, you look really cute. Soul's cheeks turned red, and eyes popped out from your comment and looked away. The grip on his arms tightened as he wrinkled his long sleeves. He said something? Oh, wait. History! Wait, no, it doesn't want to. You say something? Nothing. Oh, man. You tilted your head to the side. You sure mumble a lot. It's a habit. I'm not used to talking a lot. Keep talking about your friend Hugo. You seem to be fond of him regardless. Saul just sighed and rubbed his nape, and his expression relaxed a bit. I hum a lot, that's all. Though, about Hugo though, let's continue on our task. Alright. I'm drawing, and that's final. He pouted. Alright, Grumpy. As you drew, you couldn't help but stare at his face, the bandage on his cheek, and judging from how much it's covering half his face, it's quite a large bruise. You fell down the stairs or something? What makes you say that? He asked. You pointed out at his wound on his cheek with your pencil. Well, you can say that. Nothing for you to worry about, though. You weren't sure if you wanted to pry more into the conversation, much less want to know what exactly happened, because from the way he talks, it doesn't seem like he fell. But that's a story for another day. Hope it gets better soon. Thanks. Quill managed to sketch up your portrait, but was caught up with the bell and eventually wasn't able to finish on time. He tried to pry off your sketchbook from your hands again, however, trying to get rid of the doodles you made of him during his little rant about his friend, but you chuckled your sketch pad in your bag before he could even get his hands on it. Saul eventually gave up, started packing as well. You and him went to the exit door of the classroom and continued to the hallway. Okay, so this route seems a lot more playful than the last ones. Do you guys have a phone? We should exchange numbers. I don't have a number. We were gonna exchange numbers. Boop, 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 boop. Sup? Type different. What's that supposed to be? Nothing. He rolled his eyes. Hang out tomorrow? Hang out tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna skip. Okay, I'm guessing if they were able to skip all of that, it was all the same. So, looks like we didn't miss anything. So we're good. But yeah, I can feel myself stumbling over my words because I am way more tired than I realized. Okay, I'll try to make sure I have the right amount of energy next time. But that was the kid at the back. I hope you enjoyed. Um, yeah, I just hope you enjoyed. I plan, I said this at the beginning of the stream, but I'm going to say it again. I plan to stream on Saturdays and Sundays at 8 Pacific time. And yeah, 8 p.m. Pacific time specifically. And if you're coming from a VOD, or if you're, however you're seeing this, I hope you come attend the next live stream. I'd love to see you there. In the meantime, I'm just gonna prepare for the next one, I guess. Okay, so just gonna close this out. Yeah, hope you have a good night or a good day wherever you are, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I very much appreciate it. And if you decide to stick around, I hope to improve and maybe talk to you at some point. Have a good night, and I already said that I'm just gonna go before I prolong this outro. Go!